Hello, it's that time of the year again. It's spring, finally. I never thought that winter would finally end. And something that you should do every single spring is you should switch the line on your reels, so long as you're fishing a decent amount every year, because your line will deteriorate every year. And for that very reason, you should always be switching your line every year, okay? So here I have my reel. You can actually see that last year I lost quite a bit of line. There's a bit of a gap there now. So that's another reason to put new line on every year, because then you can fill up your reel the full amount again every year. So honestly, this is not something that's that hard, so I'm going to title this video How to Change the Line on Reels for Idiots, or something along that lines. I might switch my mind on what to call it. But anyways, it's very simple, but I have seen people butcher this, so I'm just going to do a video on how to do it, okay? So first of all, you obviously have to get your line off your reel, because if you can't get it off, well, you're not going to put on a new line, right? That's something you should never do, is you should never just like tie on some extra line onto the end of your existing line, because a knot will be a weak point within your line. So you do not want to do that. You always just want to start fresh and put on brand new line. And so what I'm going to do is I'm still going to start taking it off. Okay, so of course you're going to flip your bail open, and I'm going to put the rod facing me, so that the reel's facing me. I'm going to put it between my feet. And a trick to take the line off quick is, well, first of all, you can just go to a store and get them to do this for you. But if you want to do this yourself, you can put your fingers wide like that, and you can just wrap the line around your fingers. And of course that makes a bigger diameter for the string for the fishing line to go around, so it'll go quicker. So first you're just going to start it, and then you're going to get your fingers wide, and you're just going to go like that. And my camera is glitching and not wanting to stay in focus. So a little ways away, focus it, and now I'm just going to speed this up. Okay, you can see that I'm now empty, and now it's just tied on, because I always tie it onto the reel. So I'm just going to take some scissors and cut that. Now there's no line on the reel. So of course, now we got to fill it up, and what type of line you decide to fill it up with depends on what you're going for. This rod right here is the rod that I use for pike mainly, and also like walleye, but this is mostly my pike rod. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 12-pound test on there. 12-pound test can easily take in pike up to and over 20 pounds. And so yeah, I should make a different video about that, but the pound test of line does not truly identify how big of a fish it can bring in. So now I'm going to go get my new line, and I'm going to show you the next step. Okay, so once you have the reel emptied, what you're going to do is you're going to open up your bail like this, and you're going to tie a new fishing line on there, okay? So I've already done that. You're going to tie knot twice. You're going to tie a knot probably on this side, and then you're going to tie another knot over here. That way the line will not likely move for you as you're trying to put on the new fishing line, okay? And right here I have my new fishing line. It's Trilene 12-pound test. It's just a typical line, nothing really special about it, honestly. And if you see, there's a hole on these. So what you can do is you can stick a pencil through it, and you can get like your buddy to hold onto it like this. And what will happen is if you put pressure on it, it'll allow for the fishing line to be put on like tighter, and that will mean that you'll get more fishing line onto your reel, and you'll be less likely to have it unspool itself as you're using your rod, because it'll be put onto your reel properly. Okay, so I don't have a buddy with me right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put this between my toes and I'm going to put pressure on using my toes as I reel. I'll just make sure that it's put on my reel good. So you don't want too much pressure, because then it won't be good, but you don't want too light of pressure, because that won't be good either. So you're just going to put like a slight pressure on it, just enough that it's like you're reeling in maybe 2-pound pike. Okay, so this is my pike rod. So 2-pound pike does not fight much, but there's a little bit of pressure on it, and that means that your line will be put on good. You're not wanting to act like a 10-pound pike. You're not wanting to have your drag going as you're reeling on. You just want nice constant pressure. Okay, so I have it, and ideally you would have not done what I did and forget to put it through the top eye, well, the eye right here. You would have just put it through there, but I didn't, because I'm an idiot today. Okay, so now I'm done reeling on the line. If you can see that, let's see if I can focus. You can see that the line does not go past the width of this metal right here, and that is what you want. You do not want it to go past, because if you go past, that will make it just come unspooled really easy. So you'll get like a bird's nest. That's a term for just like a big tangled up mess of fishing line, and you'll notice that is a lot more full than it was before. So that's good, because now I have enough line to troll and to do anything that I really want. Okay, so that is good. My recommendations are, for one, don't do what I did and forget to put it through some of the loops on your rod. That would be bad. Some of the guides. I should use technical terms. Make sure that you put it through at least one of the guides. Ideally, you'll put it through all the guides before you tie it on here. I just totally blanked on that today. Only do it once a year, right? And then just make sure that you put pressure on as you're reeling it on. Just make sure that you put pressure on it as you're reeling it onto your reel, okay? And so this way, I'll have a good reel full of perfectly good line now. So make sure that you do that around like yearly. That would be ideal. Just do it before open water season starts. Well, that depends where you live. I always do it before open water season starts. And just do that, because then you'll have fresh line and it'll be in good condition. So this was how to put on fishing line onto a fishing reel for idiots.